Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ignorant Intellectual on Media. Today, we're going to do another in the series of father and daughter's top 100 films of all time review. We're on our 22nd film, which is Dirty Dancing, directed by Emil. I can't read that. Aldelina. I don't know. Who cares? It's nobody knows him. He made this film and then he went into obscurity, it seems, because I don't recognize the director. Okay, so this film stars Patrick Swayze and I don't know the girl's name. I can't remember her name. I'll put it down here. It's funny because I just watched another film and it was called Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and guess who was in it? The girl from Dirty Dancing. I can't remember her name though. She plays a sister in it, just as an aside. Anyway, so this film is about a rich girl who goes on vacation in the summer to a resort in the middle of wherever it is, and it's for older rich people, and they have a whole bunch of staff there that's there to please and delight the older people there. So they have like dance lessons and other activities that they can do, and so the main character girl, her name is Babe. So Babe's like baby is like 17 years old. All right. Her father's a doctor and her mother's a stay-at-home mom, I think. I don't think she does anything except bitch at her husband. Anyway, so she's there, and then she sees Patrick Swayze, and she gets all that, like puppy love thing going on. And so Patrick Swayze is one of the dance instructors, so she kind of takes some dance lessons from him, but basically his main partner in dance is this blonde girl who ends up getting accidentally pregnant, and she ends up having an abortion, which goes wrong. And then, anyways, it's all convoluted. Basically, it's supposed to be a romance between Babe and Patrick Swayze, and that kind of. He's kind of from the wrong side of the tracks, and she's kind of rich, so they shouldn't get together. Her parents wouldn't approve because he's an older guy, and so on and so forth. But so you get all those dynamics with an abortion thrown in, right? So I didn't like the film. I didn't like it when I first watched it. Didn't like it now that I watched it now. The acting is pretty bad. All right, Babe, she acts baby, acts good, but Patrick Swayze can't act. This is one of his first films that he ends up in film, and he's not a very good actor. So he's a great dancer, and the dance stuff in this film is very good. So, and this was the film that put Patrick Swayze on the map for all the young teenage and early 20 girls that fell in love with him, right? So from this film, right, and then he went on to do like Roadhouse and Next of Kin and Ghost and a whole bunch of other films, right? So but like I said, I didn't like this film. Couple of reasons. Number one is because of the acting. All right. Number two, the whole abortion side story was stupid. I don't understand. It was like, okay, let's do a romance film, but we got to have a second story somewhere. Otherwise, this is going to be like a boring film. So let's throw an abortion in there, and because back in the 80s, all these women were having abortions, right, and they were proud of it, kind of thing. So women were getting in trouble because of free love, I guess you could say. But
so why it's put in there then?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's a contrived thing. Although the girl who had the abortion, it's funny because she was in another dance film, which was called Flashdance. She played one of the side characters in Flashdance as well. So two dance films she was in. So she's a really good dancer. So that's another thing. So the dancing, no problem. The dancing is great, but everything else is convoluted. The acting isn't very good. So what I sat down and I thought, okay, why is this film in the top 100 when? Okay, if you want a good Patrick Swayze film with romance, so you get to, lust over Patrick Swayze if you're a young woman, Ghost is a much better film, all right? It's got more intrigue. There's Ghost, just Ghost. It's called Ghost, so it stars Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze. All right, so that was a much better film than this one. And if you wanted a dance film, I mean, like Grease is one of the greatest of all time that could be here. West Side Story would be another one. How about if you wanted in the modern, if you wanted needed it to be an '80s film, I mentioned Flashdance. That was a really good dance film. So starring Jennifer Beals, much better than this film. There was no abortions in it, so yeah, I didn't really like it very much. Although I did like Baby in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She played a really good sister, and she's a really good actress. There was this. I'm diverting from this film because it's so bad, but there was a part where she ends up meeting Charlie Sheen at the police station. This is Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and she kind of like is smitten by him. He's like a bad boy kind of thing. And when she's walking down the stairs, she has this like giggly reaction to how girls are that way, and she did it perfectly. And I was like really impressed with that. So in this film, she's not a bad actor either. But Patrick Swayze's, his attempt at being kind of like a bad boy, and anyways, it's pretty bad. But you may have a contrary opinion.
I mean, I like the movie, but the dirty dancing, as they defined it in that movie, was like normal dancing nowadays.
Kind of tame.
Yeah, like I was expecting like what do you mean by dirty dancing? Like strippers and stuff? But no, it's not that. I mean, it's interesting to witness Baby's growth because when she first arrived to that, I don't know, summer house. What is that? It's like a summer house thingy. Like she was like closed off, shy, but then she get to I guess step in to like this dancing role. And once she started learning dancing and all of that, she like came out of her shell and became more confident. And she even started standing up to her dad on what she believes in. Like when the dancer friend had that failed abortion, she told her dad to help her, which at first I guess she wouldn't do because she was scared of her dad. But anyways,
Her dad's a doctor, by the way.
oh yeah, you did mention that. Yeah, so I mean their love story, it's a typical class division story, like she's a rich girl, he's a working class, and I get the parents I guess concerned for it because I guess they're concerned about her future and stuff, but why aren't they concerned about the age difference? Because she's 17 and he's how old?
In the film,
Yeah.
the actor in the film, he was like in his early 30s.
That's like twice her age. So like they're more worried about his money than the fact that why is this predator going after my daughter or something like that. Like my dad told me about that whole controversy in that movie. And overall, yeah, like I love the dancing. They can really move. And the music at the end, the Had the Time of My Life. I didn't know that it originated in this movie because that song was like worldwide. I've heard it in the Philippines. So I didn't know that it was specifically from this movie. I thought a big singer sung it and it just became popular. But yeah, it was really interesting. It's good for like girls. The movie is good for girls. I guess that's why my dad didn't like it. But yeah.
Yeah, she mentioned the thing about the age difference. So Patrick Swayze, I think, was 34 when he did this film, and Babe, the actress, she was like 24 or 26, I can't remember, but she wasn't 17 in this. She played 17 in the film, but she was in her mid-20s in real life, right? So, but in the film, she's 17, and in the film, he's 30, like in his 30s. So, excuse me? You know what I mean? It's like, it's just passed off. So you have like, dating underage girls, if you like under 18 girls and abortions and stuff in this film, and I'm going, okay, but I thought this was supposed to be a romance dance kind of film, right? It's like, okay, it's supposed to be, what is it, trying to be nitty and gritty, trying to be like, anyways, it failed.
Teenage girls fantasy.
Yeah, it failed to me, anyways. I don't think it deserves to be on a top 100 or even a top 500. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so let's see what's underneath it because I don't want to talk about the film anymore. All right, so the scratch. Oh, Dirty Dancing. It's probably them two dancing together, probably like a silhouette of some sort, probably.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm surprised they didn't do the jumping part.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that jumping part where, they cut away from it because he injured himself when he did that jump, and he did that jump like 8 times or something. I can't remember. Anyways, there was another thing about that, and basically you didn't see him dance after that. Didn't see him dance anymore. You saw him in other type of films, but you didn't see him in any dance films after that because his knee was basically shot. He injured it when he was a teenager playing high school football and never really recovered all the way. And that jump off the stage injured it more. So, all right, so that's Dirty Dancing, the 22nd film. Think about subscribing. Leave us a thumbs up. We got another 78 films to go, and we'd like you to come on the ride with us. All right, so you have a great day or night, depending on when you watch this, and we'll talk to you in the next video. All right, bye for now.
Bye.